Hi, I'm Maureen Bula, and representing Bula's Pleasant Valley Farm, our family farm just west of Baraboo. And I am here to talk today a little bit more about no-till gardening. Our no-till gardens, our gardens have been here for over 40 years and have been organic, or we've used organic practices in these gardens for that amount of time. In the last couple of years, I have built a lot of no-till beds. I have 44 beds over by the house and another group of beds here, and I've built one more small bed that I'm going to be planting sage into today. The sage I started in the basement in March. It's lovely and it's ready to start spreading its roots and growing big. Today we're going to talk about using a broad fork. Until a few years ago, I used a rototiller, as most gardeners do, and my kids have educated me. On the farm, we do no-till regenerative farming, and that goes for our gardens as well. We are all about soil health. Plants get their nutrition from the soil and then give that to us. We are healthier for eating healthy plants. The meats that we raise, the grains that we raise are all healthier thanks to healthy soil. And today, this is what I use to no-till my gardens. When I was tilling with a rototiller, I learned that I am bringing up old seeds, new seeds, every time I do this, and those seeds are weed seeds. Weed pressure became such an issue that I had to do something, and this is it. I have a small bed here that I'm going to plant to sage. It is compost right now, it's soil, and surrounded by a nice heavy layer of wood chips. Those wood chips are working to suppress the weeds, and I'm going to show you how I till the soil. It's not really tilling, that's the secret. This is a broad fork. My broad fork works to loosen compaction, and I know the soil below me is well compacted. It had a tractor driven over it repeatedly in the last couple of years to build the beds beside me. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to drop it, and now I'm going to work it into the soil. It's great for balance and it's good exercise. So I'm going to work that down as far as I can using body weight and a wiggle. And I'm going to drop that broad fork to about a 45-degree angle. I'm not bringing up new soil. I'm merely breaking up any hard pan below, softening the top layer just a little bit. I'm going to push it forward a little bit, and I'm going to come back about 8 inches, drop it again, and repeat this process until my bed is worked. So bring it back, move it forward, and the wood chips may creep in a little bit. I'm not worried. It's all willing, ready, and able to become soil. And this is how we maintain healthy soil. When we till soil, we break up the habitat for millions and millions of microbes, whether they're fungal or bacterial, insect, we destroy their home. This maintains their home. That can be healed very quickly. Any movement that I did is minimal damage to their home, which is what we want to maintain that soil health. So I'm going to keep going. Ooh, and I hear that breaking up a little bit. It's awesome exercise and best done in the cool of spring. And I can feel that hard pan underneath break up. And I know I am actually working farther than my rototiller ever used to. I am farther down. That rototiller only fluffs the top little bit of soil. This actually works to break up that pan. And forward, and that bed is done. That broad fork has just poked 7 holes into the soil and moved the hard pan below. This is going to allow water down more easily, and as this garden grows, those root systems that I'm going to plant into it will also have a deeper area to go. I did not rotate. Think of a kitchen mixer and think of a stick of butter. And when you put that in, it becomes something else. That's what a rototiller does to soil. If I just stick a knife into my stick of butter and move it 45-degree angle, I'm disturbing that stick very little. This is totally recognizable as soil still, minimal disturbance. Each space is about 6 to 8 inches. I have the integrity of the microbes home still in all of those spaces. But now I've added better water drainage. And the other thing is it holds the moisture better this way. The next thing that I'm going to do, I have a very lightweight rake. And this rake, as you can see, the tines are angled way back. It's not a rake that's going to go deep. It's going to allow me to just go across the top, break up a few clumps of soil, and I'm disturbing maybe a 1/4 inch of the top of the soil, but down below, everything is still the same. That integrity of the soil holds, and I am ready to plant. This is how easy no-till gardening is. Good exercise, you're outside, sunshine, but that's it. I wrestled with a rototiller, I can't tell you how many years. This is nothing compared to the wrestling match that a rototiller could give me. Much prefer this, it's a lot quieter, I can hear the birds singing. It becomes very meditative when doing lots and lots of beds at a time. Right now, I'm going to grab the sage and we are going to plant. So here we have sage that was started and it is lovely. I am excited to get this out. I actually had sage in another bed winter over and start blooming this spring. So I am excited to see what this will do. There are 2 sage plants here in one cell, and I am going to just gently pull those apart. And you can see those root systems look healthy. And all I'm going to do, I'm totally hands-on here, with my hand, make a small hole, roots in, and lightly compress. And I have one done. And I'm just going to continue that process with several more plants. These are going to do great, and they smell wonderful. And there we go. And compress gently. And I am giving them about 12 to 18 inches between plants. I'm also, from my flat here, selecting what looks to me to be the healthiest, biggest plants that I can find. Got a couple more here. Same thing, gently pull them apart, disturbing as little as I possibly have to, and compressing that soil. And a couple more. This one looks small. I'm going to take the nice big guy here. I'll save this guy for later. And we are almost there. Whew. This makes the deciding hard. And there's something about working in that nice warm soil on a spring day that is so rewarding. Whew. These guys are beautiful. And there we have our sage bed, all set and ready to grow. This is how we've planted almost all of our gardens. I do the same thing when I am planting seeds, soften my soil, and then getting seeds into the ground and lightly packed in. Things are growing here on the farm. One of the tenets of regenerative farming is keeping soil covered. The outside, of course, is all covered with wood chips. This is minimizing weed pressure. This is not totally covered, but in order to grow that sage, I need space between those plants. I don't want weeds in between. I will probably have to do a little bit of hoeing. It will be light and only on the surface of the soil. Those sage plants, they're small right now, but soon will be mighty, and they will cover all of the soil that you see here. The goal is to cover that with as much plant matter as I can. I am putting the plants I want here, and Mother Nature will help me. When those grow bigger, they're going to limit the weeds and the weed seeds that enter in. Most of the weed pressure that I experience in my beds blows in. So it's dandelion, it's Queen Anne's lace, and popple. The birds are kind enough to bring me small cherry pits from chokecherry trees. I find those growing. Those are the weeds that I have the most problems with. They're also very easy to take care of when I bring my hoe across the top and remove those little tiny itty bitty green sprouts that I see. The phrase, know your enemy, once you start gardening, you know who your friends are, you know what you put in your garden, and you also know who you don't want in the garden. This, I'm hoping, will winter over. Beds that I don't winter over, that I'm able to harvest in August, I actually use a cover crop mix. And this is a mix of things that winter is going to kill, but it keeps my soil covered with what I want there, and it discourages things like dandelion and Queen Anne's lace from settling their little seeds into that bed and growing. I'll have things like radish and turnip, oats. Those things winter is going to do in, but it will add a green manure to my garden. All those dead plant remains will become soil, but it also works to hold my soil in place. Wind isn't going to erode it, rain isn't going to erode it. Another interesting thing is all of our beds 2 days ago received over 1.25 inches of rain in less than an hour's worth of time. That's a tremendous amount of rain. If I had tilled fields, tilled garden, I would see where there was runoff. I would see pooling. There is no pooling. I was excited to get over here because this is all seeded down within the last week. There's no runoff. And this is also on a slight downward hill. There's no runoff. There are no ruts in my garden. There are on my driveway. There are not in my gardens. These gardens, there are 44 beds here. They're all 42 feet long. They are all no-till. This is the garden that I started with when we built our home. This has been in play for over 40 years, 44 years. And I have plants that I have put in, but you can also see the hints of green popping up. These are seeds that were put in about a week ago. They're all popping up. That rain that we got the other day was so beneficial. Everything is showing that it's there. It worked again. It's always a miracle to me to see it happen. There were days when I rototilled all of this, that inch and a half of rain would have put ruts through my garden, and I would have water pooling back in that area. There is no water pooling. The day it rained, there was no water pooling. Everything went straight into the ground where I want it. My soil stayed where it's supposed to. This soil is alive. When we disturb it, when we till it, when we plow it and disc it, we not only cause erosion, but we're breaking down what's actually holding soil together. Those micronutrients, those microbes in the soil, work to hold that soil in place, feed the plants that are growing. Those plants develop bigger and better root systems that further hold that soil. They communicate, they work together to give us food, good food. When we destroy that with working soil, destroying their home, we destroy the ultimate benefit to us, which is healthy food. Healthy soil gives us healthy food. Whether we're eating the plants that grow here, or if we're eating beef or lamb or chicken that's grown on healthy soil, by eating the healthy plants that are provided by those pastures. This is all critical to good food. Healthy soil, healthy people. It's the basis of our belief here on the farm. I see my beds of celery back there. Where I have celery, last year I had basil plants. At the end of the season, I used a machete and I cut plants. I leave the root systems in the ground because, again, I don't want to disturb that soil. By ripping roots out, I am disturbing the soil. Those roots are going to become soil just because of the biological process, the breakdown. I have active soil here. I have soil that is alive and living. I want to maintain that life. So I leave my roots in the ground as much as I can. Even my rhubarb leaves, they stay on the ground. Here I figure I am covering the soil further. I have some lemon balm that is out of control. I can throw it on the new seedlings that I don't want to invade my garden. I cover the soil with whatever means that I have, mostly wood chips and plants that I choose to put here. If I come across plants that I don't want, the lemon balm, I'm going to lightly hoe the top little bit of soil. I'm going to take them when they are young, before roots can go way down. I'm going to break their interference with my process and ask Mother Nature to please give my tomatoes and my leeks and all my produce a chance to grow better. I don't want those dandelions coming along and taking nutrients that I'd like to preserve for the things that I put there. Mother Nature is really very cooperative and very willing to heal. Mother Nature heals very quickly when given the chance. We've given her a chance here and the results have been stunning.